Whoops, didn't mean to hit that button, but oh well, it happened. um, hey everybody. Um, it's me, Dwarf. Yeah. Let me just make sure the audio's good. Good enough at least. I always feel like when I re-listen to the streams that the actual stream audio is too quiet, but also I do want people to hear me, so that is what it is. Anyway, how is things going with this unexpected Kingsfield stream? Um, because um, as so I mean I brought up on my patron server and tweeted about it a little bit. Hold on, which way were we going? Because yeah, there's a save point, so that means yeah. Okay, I guess because we can either go into the real Royal Mausoleum or I could go. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because those enemies are pretty hard, and I'm gonna get the um use the priest door on the priest, or use the priest key on the priest door. That was I think it was up top, or maybe it was no, it was up a little staircase. Anyway, um, so yeah, Kingsfield is cool, and I will be playing more of it than expected. But basically, what happened is it's performance issues. That was weird. Oh okay, no, this, yeah, see up top is the sorry, I'm distracted. Turn the. I'll raise my volume up a bit. Sorry about that. Or maybe it's my voice because I haven't warmed up. I haven't talked today. Come to think of it, like at all, because normally, no, I guess I don't know. I guess I no. I'm usually just in my house alone. So, ah! um. So anyway, well, these guys do. Don't they do fire? Maybe I should try a different element. Oh no, he still died really quick. Whatever. So basically, I don't know the exact reason. We haven't talked about it outside of text. But basically, Matthews just isn't in a place to stream comfortably. I guess like she can still do it. She literally did a Fall Guys stream last night, but I don't know how it went. I wasn't there. But what she told me this morning that she just doesn't feel like she can really stream until she moves. If I had to suggest why, I would note that I don't know. She's just giving her living conditions. She just doesn't really have a lot of space with her and Bree, her fiance. So like so Bree has to like be quiet for like 2 or 3 hours or not be there, and that's probably not very like she. I know, yeah, that's probably not very feasible, right? So so that's just to hazard a guess. Um, so I think that's fair. That's understandable that she just doesn't really feel like she can right now, which until she moves again, which she is her current goal. Um, but the ish, I don't know when. She said that wouldn't be able to happen for a few months, and there's nothing either of us can really do about that. So it's really a matter of just deciding what to do with the streams, because they did, I laid out a few options. Option number one was just um, brute force through the streams anyway, even though which is a good way to feel like getting her burnt out on streaming, or rain code, which is unfortunate, but it would and that's not happening. She does not feel like doing that, and because the cons don't outweigh the pros there, basically. So we're at least the two of us aren't going to be streaming Raincoat together anytime soon. So we were looking into. So the other options I suggested is, one was just yeah, I don't remember where that priest door was. I don't think this is, no, I think that's the way back to the, well, let's just poke my head in real quick just to make sure. So the other option, well, I mean, was we just put the streams on okay, no, it wasn't this way. Yeah, put the stream on hiatus again. Which the issue with that is that because the break sort of like we're less familiar with we lose details on what's happening and the characters and stuff, so it impacts our enjoyment to some level. I definitely think the second case might have suffered from that, because I know a lot of people really like that one, and I did like it, but not like didn't blow my mind or anything. it was fun to engage with it and try and figure out. Yeah, I don't think it was this way either. I think there was just some items down there. So you know, that might happen. The other option is either like I'm gonna continue. I you know, resolved a week or so ago that I think it was last week when because you know, Matt was had another break again, and I was like, okay, well, I do like having my free time, but at the same time it's like this, I want to finish these franchises. I want to finish the FromSoft games. I do want to finish Ace Attorney. I literally today, because I was thinking about Grand Theft Auto and how I might stream it after the FromSoft games, because you have Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out. It's one of the favorite franchises I wanted to replay because I really like Grand Theft Auto 4. You know, so today I literally made sure I had, because they're not really available to buy anymore, but Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2. Will I be streaming those games? I don't know. I might play them a bit first or look up tips and stuff, because I did jump into the first one and I was like, oh, these controls. Oh, top-down tank controls? This is what I was looking for. Cool. Yeah, it was difficult. Like, it would take quite a bit of time to get used to the movement in that game. What is this? Bastard sword? Oh. Okay, it's not as good as fire, but it is better. Oh, it's a two-handed sword, though, so that means... is that what I just picked up? Earthbinder. Oh, wait, this might just be the sword I picked up. Because, yeah, it's stronger than my Earth Carver, but it has less earth than fire, but... it's one-handed. Sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Getting some good weapons. Oh, is there? No. Okay, cool. All right, I think that might have been worth coming back for, especially with stronger enemies. Just having a better weapon, probably a good idea. So anyway, so it's just like, yeah, I definitely want to, that's a big part of why I want to keep streaming. But if nothing else, streaming the rain code with MathWiz doesn't seem. That's definitely not happening. But what we're gonna talk tomorrow, and I'll decide precisely what I want to do. But it'll probably be either well, like I said, we'll put Raincoat on hiatus again, and I'll probably pick up streaming Ace Attorney. Probably Ace Attorney 2, so I don't completely lose the thread of the characters and stuff. And the gameplay. Not that I'm sure I could jump back in, but it is a trilogy. I don't want to, similar to like breaking up the Raincoat stuff. I don't want to have that gone for too long. Or I'll keep just doing Raincoat on my own. Which that's a matter of, hi Titania. So if I do Raincoat on my own, that means like MathWiz will probably, because I don't think she has it. So she would be she'd engage with it on her own terms, or I don't know, maybe she'd watch my streams or something. That's up to her. I don't really mind either way if I decide to continue Raincoat on my own. And the main reason for that would be to finish it, just because I'm a completionist. But at least, well, specifically in the case of Raincoat though, dropping it is like, because my thing with Japanese games, like if I had started streaming now, I would only be playing Western games, I think. Because the primary reason, okay, that's not entirely true. I do think for the FromSoft games, like, there's so little dialogue, and especially from at least probably Demon Souls on, definitely Dark Souls on, except for Sekiro, they're already in English. Like, even if they have Japanese subtitles, like the characters are still speaking English, and I can't just pretend that they're not. It doesn't help my immersion, my Japanese immersion learning. So that's this is a franchise that I think is fair for me to play in English. But with Ace Attorney, I definitely that one I definitely would have started in Japanese. With Kodaku's stuff, I definitely would have or I have a big list of because eventually it's like Danganronpa. It's one of my favorite franchises. Of course, I'm gonna play it in its original Japanese at some point. It's just a matter of when. And I also had the idea of I looked up its influences, and I made a big like chronological list of everything that influenced Danganronpa. And I'd probably just, why not replay the Kodaka games and check out, he's got like a manga, Gurren 5, I never read that one. I think he's got a Gambler's Paradise, I think? No, something like that. He's written a couple manga, you know, why not read those as well? Like, I feel like with that in mind, like Ace Attorney is a little different because, okay, so yeah, now I think about it, I think like, yeah, like now I'm talking about it, I think like, yeah, I definitely want to finish Rain Code, whether I do it with MathWiz or not, I have no idea. So, because it's like, I do want to, I do want to play those games in Japanese, and I'm sure I will one day, but, it's just that like, oh wait, was there a, no, there was no save point in there. Because yeah, I think, yeah, wrong way. I don't know, I just think it makes sense for me to, I don't know, finish the things I start. So, you know, because I definitely had that brief thought of like, oh, but I really want to stream other things too. But then it's like, no, I'll finish Rain Code. One day I'll replay it in Japanese. I've got, 100 line. Absolutely makes sense to, like, yeah, that's the thing, because I was thinking about, like, because I do want to play 100 line because it has 100 endings. Even if I only get one of them on, like, stream, that's like, 99 I have to get on my own time, right? So when I replay that, probably be in Japanese 99 times. No, probably not. There's, I'm sure there'll be divergences, and there's got to be, like, there's no way it's like, oh, there's one part of, like 5 steps in the game, you make the choice that decides your ending, and then you just have to play the whole game, and they're all completely different. Like, no, there's no way. That's 100 different games. That's not feasible. And with Ace Attorney, it's again like that unique experience of solving a murder in the context of a stream where I can't look things up. I might get hints from my audience, but I'm not looking up anything on my own. I think I explored the bottom already. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because there was the skeletons and the priest key. So, yeah, this way. I'm just gonna run though, because this hallway's a fucking pain in the ass, and these guys are really slow. What are they gonna do? Yeah, look, I'm already safe. So yeah, pretty sure it has a flowchart. Yeah, exactly, like a visual novel would, or adventure games, right? However you want to define them, right? So yeah, I figured that when I replay it in Japanese, I'll just use a flowchart and people of the forest who seek agreed. Okay, well, I was already proceeding with caution. Thanks. So yeah, I'll probably just like, I still have to finish Metaphor. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh no, video games are so long, right? So, cause like if I could, I could just drop Rain Code. I'll talk about with MathWiz because part of me is like, I want to complete it at some point. I will, because like worst case scenario, I drop it now and just do the Rain Code stuff. No one gets the light from me. What? Am I getting attacked? Oh, it's draining my magic. Okay, probably not supposed to go this way yet then. Or because I assume that if it drains my magic, and the music changed too, maybe it starts draining my health or something. If I have absolutely nowhere to go, I'll try to go that route again. But for now, I think I had a few other passageways, so I'll go through those instead. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I thought there would be a save. This felt like a room that would have a saving Cthulhu. Yeah, and I figured like, yeah, people were watching the streams and they were interested in them, so even whether it has MathWiz or not, it would be cool. I think I should finish it on stream. We'll talk about that, whether we actually did have to proceed with caution. Yeah. Born to and living within, we care for the forest ways. The true form of the forest. Okay, so the all-knowing king, because like I remember like, yeah, I think, yeah, this place was prosperous before, but it fell, and then there was the idol was involved somehow because I think, or like maybe I forget if the idol like brings prosperity and then ruin or something. Like, oh, you're not kingly. Well, that's fucking rude. Could have worded it better, asshole. Oh, well, I'm also not kingly enough for that, apparently. Well, okay. Maybe I do have to go that way. Because I at least have the potion, so I can, like, heal up my mana and go a little bit further, but, unfortunate. So yeah, guys, yep. No, I got stuck. Ah, fuck. Oh, so yeah, that's basically it regarding the plan. Is I'll keep streaming Kingsfield on, you know, the the range on that is so good. Oh no. Ah, fuck. Yep, I fucking fucked that up. At least I just saved. All right, we're warming up. I just haven't done my push-ups today, so I should be okay there and not in too much of a struggle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess to sum it up is I'll talk with Mathis tomorrow, and we'll decide if she was going to continue rain code, with me or not. If she's not going to continue rain code with me at all, then I'll be streaming rain code next time. Oh wait, did I reload the wrong save? I did. I'm not counting this as I have to do push-ups because I just reloaded the wrong save. Like, yeah, it's literally 3 minutes off. I'm not gonna do 10 push-ups every 3 minutes of skipped progress for reloading a save. I just reloaded the wrong one. So yeah, if she's not continuing rain code at all, I'll stream rain code on my own next week. If she does want to continue rain code, then I will be the wrong door. I will be streaming Ace Attorney next week, and we'll pick up rain code again when she returns and is able to stream rain code again. And then that'll be it for the time being until I finish from I guess, yeah, Duskbloods. Unless I happen to finish Night Rain before Duskbloods comes out, in which case I'll probably start whatever I'm interested at the time, which right now is GTA. But obviously that can change. Shit. Oh, you little bitch! I hit the wrong one. Oh, god damn, these guys are fucking nasty. Oh, and they're fucking... Oh, this could be really bad. I don't have the MP. Hold on. Oh god, that was really close. Okay. Now I can use my... Okay, we're fine. But at least I know I can cast one. Oh my god, dude. Oh, thank god. I forgot the most important technique in a FromSoft game, circle strafing. Okay. So yeah, and then I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do after, Ace Attorney. Because I feel like, again, most of the games I'm interested in are Japanese, but, I mean, maybe I'll just stream I was gonna do a stream anyway, whenever I reach a point where I'm undecided, just because, you know, I want to see what people are interested in. But it depends on where I don't know. I don't know how streaming JP only games would go. I mean, if it's a franchise like say Kirby, where there's so little Japanese anyway, or Mario, I'm running, you know, which I wouldn't be because I'm playing those already. But who knows? Because like I wouldn't, if I streamed like Yakuza, I wouldn't want to do it with English translation or subtitles, which means that people watching either would have to have played Yakuza, which might be fine. It's a beloved franchise, you know. I'm sure most people could get the gist of it, just from if they've played it before, even if they can't understand the language, and I'd be there too. I'd be, you know, explaining what's going on in some capacity, but I don't know if that's interesting to watch because it's not like I'm playing a game that nobody can play and I'm translating it for that purpose, you know, like sort of just giving the gist of it beyond what's obvious. Like I don't know if that would be entertaining. So, and then with Western games, I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to be so rigid. Like if I like hypothetically, let's say I finish Ace Attorney tomorrow for some reason. Like I'm interested in GTA, so why not just stream GTA and FromSoft games, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Well, that's very funny. It gave me an antidote and then poisoned me. Well, that's fucking rude. Okay. At least the voice is just... So I basically lost some health from poison and got nothing out of that for this room. Great. Oh, and they spawned at night to fight me. How did... Okay. This well, small chamber is not it. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I can't deal with these guys in narrow passageways. Because they literally, like, they're rooks. They attack forward. They're great for narrow passageways, and I'm small and squishy. I need agility. I need to move around. And I already used most of my healing. I got another potion at least. I don't fucking trust you. Okay, well I guess he's alright, fine. He'll awaken on my way out, I'm sure. Or open one of these. That's probably what happened. Is I open one of these. Ha! Fool me once. Okay, and now I turn around, and he's gonna be moving, right? Yep. Yeah, I love it when they spin in circles. He just doesn't, bro just doesn't know what to do. Okay, well, that worked out. That was much better the second time around. Experience is just so valuable in these games. Like just the regular kind of experience, the human, not the gamified kind. Which I'm sure was understood. I don't know. I had to clarify. I felt the need to clarify rather. Dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is because if I get the blue wand, I can just teleport out whenever I want. I don't like the look of those things. Oh, I really don't like the look of those things. Don't look at me. Do they do anything? Can I attack them? Is it the giant frog situation? I mean, okay, the giant frog was at least, like, cute. These guys just look scary. How do I tell how many arrows I have? I don't know. Oh well. I'm just feeling Zelda. Nope, they don't seem to be doing anything. Oh, you guys, God, you guys are creepy. See, I definitely felt I think I've talked about before how I feel like uh horror because horror movies don't do much for me. I just find them kind of boring. Um but horror games seem to do something different when they actually like, there's a consequence for something being scary, like because it can, ooh boy. This is gonna like, yeah, maybe I'm supposed to do something in there before it comes all the way down. Uh, 'Cause yeah, it doesn't look like I can get on top of it or anything. Oh. Oh. Okay. Huh. Just start dropping down immediately? Oh yeah, so it starts, okay, so I have to wait for it to go all the way to the top before I can try to use that. Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna go save because I did get some stuff from those chests and I don't have to do that again. But because I don't see any other, yeah, this is the only way to proceed that I can see unless I go try the, because I would love, oh, maybe, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to maybe get one of the 5 wands and then teleport away to safety. Because if I get the blue wand specifically, then I can just teleport back to the start of this area. And if I get the red wand, I can get the that guide stone that I left earlier in the game, and maybe use that to I'm sorry, I've seen this room before. I mean, it's not an uncommon trope, I guess. Oh, my bite. Is that my bite of 87? Oh, is that the bite of 87? Yeah, I have seen some gameplay of Friday Night at Freddy's, and it doesn't seem actually scary at all. I'm somewhat resistant to jump scares. If nothing, I remember actually, I was at work with like my first job, and there was a customer who came by, a regular. He was I was familiar with him. Wasn't a random person that I didn't know. He came up behind me and he tried to startle me. Yeah, I don't know if we've had the room. Have we had a crushing room? Maybe in I feel like if it would have been in Shadow Tower, but I don't remember. And obviously, as far as Souls games, it's like there's Sen's Fortress had like elevators and ceilings. I think that would like it would usually like an elevator that would knock you into the. Okay, that's the red wand. Okay, and there's fire. Well, so I can use it. Okay, I think I'm gonna just use this. I'll take the push-ups. I'm gonna use this one to try and get the information. Ah, God. Okay. So the fire wand is in the upper left, forward left. Okay. Because I want the blue wand. And it looks like some of the other ones were taken. So yeah, I'll sacrifice. Okay, now I know how this room works. So I'll sacrifice. I'll do some push-ups. I haven't done any push-ups today. So. Because I haven't, my leg was hurting a little bit, so I didn't want to do, because I have my treadmill, so I try to do like 15 minutes of like walking quickly or jogging or whatever a day, and then on top of just doing as many push-ups as I can in one go. I haven't done that today because my leg was hurting earlier, so I'll do it later, and then all that stuff. So, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I felt like those were easier because my arms were push-up chain. Yeah. I mean, because I just like you know what I just thought of? I thought of that early bone shard. What are they called? The I forget what they're called, but they're the items you get to upgrade your Estus flasks. I remember in Dark Souls, there's that. You go down to New Londo, and there's you like go across to where the ghosts are and go like right and go down a little like bridge, and you can find the one of the the bone shards. I don't think they're called bone shards, but I don't remember for sure what they're called. Maybe they are. And you can get that to use the to upgrade your Estus. And but you know, you either have to use a homeward bone or just die. Okay, cool. I think this is blue. Yes, and then I can. Okay, I didn't. No, red was upper left. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't need to use. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna use blue. No, nothing happened. What? No. Oh, cool. It's slowing you down because your character. Oh, that's so cool. Or Firekeeper. Oh, Firekeeper souls. Thank you. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game that uses like use something else to upgrade your thing. Okay, so by the way, I don't know if you guys could see that, but my pace slowed when the thing was around head level because to represent my character like having to duck down to not die. I thought I'd just be able to teleport out. That's fucking sneaky. Okay, no, I can't. But I have the blue guidestone, don't I? Well, I thought I had the blue. Let's leave real quick. I need to heal. And not die to these guys, hopefully. Yeah, okay, cool. Because yeah, I need to heal and I gotta figure out why maybe these wands just don't work here, which as a defense mechanism, which is fine if sad, because I still need to go back for the red one. And also I feel like I might be able to just proceed perhaps by using the green one, and like that might send me to a new area that I haven't been yet. Because I'm thinking like, yeah, the only other way from there is the way that drains the magic and kills you. It looks like. So who knows how I'm supposed to proceed, because I can go that way. That's probably what I go depending on how I figure out these wands. Okay, cool. That was productive already. There's always like a moment where these games click, I feel, and it's like, yeah, because that first, I couldn't even find the first save point. That first stream was brutal. Okay, now I'm going to try using the blue wand again. Oh no, it's already for my crystal vial actually. Okay, cool. Now I'll use the blue wand. Nope. Okay. Maybe I have to do something to unlock the ability, or something like. Because it should work, like. Yeah. Because if I then put it back, marker, blue guidestone. Yeah, it says it's used with the blue wand. I have the wand. Maybe I'll talk to the lady and see if she knows anything. 'Cause yeah, I still need the Serax key and the engineer's key, I think. Engineer's chest. Okay. Because yeah, having this is like, yeah, I'm gonna be coming back to this place. Oh yeah, no, we were talking about that last time. Yeah, no, I did not. I knew of it as a way to sort of like analyze action movies, basically, or at least that's how it was applied. Unfortunately, a lot of my media ideas come from fucking TV tropes, so you know, oh wait, yeah, but the wands don't work, or they're because. Yeah. Am I doing something wrong? Nothing happened. Yeah, see, it's just saying nothing happened. What's the comic called? You told me, or I think you mentioned last time that, like, yeah, a character describes the Bechtel test, but they also mentioned that they haven't seen a movie in, like, 10 years or something like that. I remember that part, but you can, tell me what it's from. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, since I don't have, yeah, I don't know how the wands work, I'm all healed up, I'm gonna go back in and grab the red wand, save. Walter Tanya writes up her little thing on the comic that I'm, because I want to engage in so much media, but right now it's like I'm really trying to like focus on the Japanese stuff, and it's like, but I guess, you know, again, finishing things I started, so, you know, finishing for Streamwise Rain Code, personally, it's like, because I haven't played Chrono Trigger Disco Elysium much, because, I don't know, yesterday, okay, I guess I should talk about this. I won't obviously go into too much detail, but basically I tried to use a conversation tutor, which, you know, I thought would be a way, because basically I want to get used to speaking Japanese and using the language more, right? To turn it into so that my brain is using it as language and not just a thing I'm studying. Um, you know, and the best ways I've heard to do that are taroku, or which is or broad wide reading, which is like reading something quickly, um, so fast that your brain doesn't have time to translate it, basically. So that way you're just internalizing it as language, and also just like, yeah, using the language, writing and speaking in the language. So I was thinking like, oh, get a conversation tutor, so that'll put me in a good environment for learning to have me speaking more. Um, but I didn't really get along with the teacher. I don't think we were a good match. So it kind of didn't go very well and bummed me out for a good part of the day. So I did do some things that I felt like doing, but I don't know, it definitely motivated me more to try harder, because I think part of it is also just I overestimated my ability, I think, and so yeah, there was nothing on this, because yeah, so there's the yellow and the fifth one that are missing. Okay, cool. All right, easy GG. Okay, but yeah, now I have no idea what to do. So, uh, you know what? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I barely took any damage there too. Um, so yeah, I think I'll just save and I'll go down that passageway, because why don't the wands work? When used on a symbol of passage. Okay. Oh, so I can't just teleport anywhere. Do I have to be? Oh. I figured it out. Yep. Okay. Yeah, see, this is where the spider was. So if I wanted to go back to the starting area, which honestly I think I'm going to do real quick. Well, yeah, let's take out the red guidestone, because I want to see if I can't find another guidestone marker close to it. Because if I wanted to come back here, I presume you know, I don't know if I want to be here so much as I'd want to be in the upper area, because the upper area would maybe give me, you know, it has a little I don't know, we'll see, maybe we'll see, because maybe I'll just put it right back here if I don't find a better spot. You know, cool, I figured it out. I just had to read things. Reading is so hard. Okay, Dex to watch out for weekly common strip. Oh, vegetable. Okay. Huh. Neat. Was so okay. Interesting. Damn, been around for 25 years. Damn. um, cool. No, I never heard about its origin. Now I understand where the name comes from. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Because I don't know, I think I talked about it last time, but with a lot of like the way that media theory kind of integrates with pop culture, it tends to be a sort of like bastardized version of it. I think like the female gaze, or it hits a point and then it stops, right? Like with the male gaze. I don't know. I said female gaze. It's like apparently like the author has had further thoughts in it. And obviously, it's like there's more. Okay, so now I have a healing spring and a magic spring. Though since I heal with magic, I feel like they're both good for different reasons. Ideally, I'd like the gold potion or whatever that just allows me to, you know, heal everything. No, it wasn't that way. It was like this way, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's like yeah, the pop culture just, or not pop culture, the broader culture just picks up like part of it or piece of it and then just kind of holds on to it forever. Like even though like academic literature, film theory, and academic literature has gone well beyond the female gaze and the male gaze. I keep calling it female gaze because it's part of feminist critique, but it's the male gaze. Sorry. You know, it's like, but we still think about it that way, or we talk about it that way rather, and that's what's, you know, deconstruction being sort of bastardized from Derrida, as I talked about last time with the Study of Swords video. Sort of going into that. Because he specifically, speaking of TV tropes, he actually went through the history of the page and tried to find the point in which it became like basically he followed the history and observed how the changes in the pages reflected the like understandings of the theory and stuff. And did it? Oh wait, I'm not. So I got to go like around. Okay, it doesn't look like there is a guide stone spot here. I do have more health though, so do I want to? Is there an item up there? No, I think it's just. Wait, there might be an item up there. Still think I can like. Can't I like? It feels like I could, no. Maybe I no. That's looking at it now. It's like nah. I don't think I'm supposed to drop onto that. Okay, we'll just head back. Yeah, the nuance is lost, and yeah, that's for sure, right? And because like you mentioned that, yeah, the character who mentions the Bechdel test, even in the comic, is like not necessarily an authority when it comes to talking about film, but people thought that was interesting and talked about it a certain way, and we still talk about it, right? Like it's become one of those things that we can say and be like, yeah, I know what that is. Oh, I have so much money now, I should buy the wind crystal. Because yeah, cool. It said I don't imagine much anything else that he has will be good or worthwhile, but I can probably sell some stuff and at least buy a million herbs. Yeah, just buy like 30. And then why not a couple mushrooms too? Couple. And I can sell some stuff. I don't need this. Thank you. I can buy it back if I need it. I just sold him back the map that he got stolen from him, actually. That's very funny. I didn't think about that. Okay, yeah, this is just supposed to be vendor trash. I haven't yet found a craftsman yet. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, it looks like, yeah, so if I want to sell stuff, it would be equipment. Because I think the longsword by now is pretty, no, the longsword's stronger than the Earthbinder, but it has no, barely, and it has no earth element, so I'll get rid of that. Watch the first half of Skywars. Yeah, no, the setting is really cool. I'm not halfway through because I'm sort of put on pause because basically, yesterday Spicy went on a cruise. He's gonna come back next Friday, and then we're gonna try and record the week after that, or so maybe a little after that, depending on how long it has to take it. So I've already watched like 5 episodes, so I'll just watch 1 or 2 episodes a day when he comes back, and we'll be fine. Okay, yeah, so the Forest Carver. Okay, Forest Carver I don't need anymore because it's just a weaker version. Even though it was trusty for holy shit. That's a lot of money. That's what I'm wearing. Oh, I can iron boots are better. Blessed gloves. I need to hold on. Let me change my equipment. I'm wearing shit equipment apparently, or maybe it's actually become more. I wonder because it might have been better when I started. I wonder if it actually becomes. Because like I feel like the sacred gloves were better than the blessed gloves, but because they're, they have the Because I wonder if their durability decreases, maybe their stats decrease. So maybe I want to be a bit less. But that's what I don't know how to repair stuff yet. So, but I can definitely get rid of the regular gauntlets. Didn't need to do that. Just bad with menus. Because yeah, the Cavalier plate, yeah, it's still better than even though it's pretty weak. I saw Warhelm. Warhelm is still better. Oh, I keep exiting out when I just want to go to the next like section. Oh, I don't have a shield? Did I unequip it on accident? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I might have accidentally equipped a two-handed weapon. That's usually how it goes. Oh yeah, how many? Yeah, that's why I noticed it. Cause yeah, see, I think naturally the Night Grooves are better, but since they've lost durability, I think their stats actually degraded to the point that the Iron Boots are now better. That's an interesting mechanic. Kind of sucks when I don't have ways to. So now I guess I kind of want to keep my gear, just because it'll just get worse as I use it more until I find a means to repair it. But anyway, yeah, no, for sure. I definitely like, because again, with media discussion, people mostly like, I remember I think I heard this from Trixie years ago when I was still watching Trixie's content, where she talked about how I guess something like a study or a observation that a lot of people who become critics tend to have been people with like um, offbeat tastes in a way, or at least good critics, because like if you just like popular things, then you don't need to like engage with rhetoric that would involve understanding them, right? But if you do like things that aren't very well liked, you have to like come to justify it, right? And think about what it is about this thing that you like so much and you find interesting. And I think that sort of thing, like for me, like for me, I think that probably came about. I think a big part of how I sort of developed my taste in general is partly because I was loved One Piece, but I think part of the reason I went in this direction of media discussion and media critique and stuff might have just been the fact that yeah, like it became popular and known for, or at least known for infamous for a 4Kids dub that was not really representative of what it is. And what it is still goofy in ways that people. I hate when One Piece fans try to reject its silly nature. Like, just how many fucking Gear 4, Gear 5 fan arts have you seen? Gear 6 now fan arts have you seen that are like edgy and dark? Like they go the Gear 4 direction, but even for like angry god, Luffy being this like angry god, and they go even further with it, right? And more edgy, more angry, but lithe again instead of big and goofy and bouncy, right? And it's like, no, Gear 5 is perfect. Like, oh, I should talk to the elf guy again. Right, so, like, yeah, people have reasons to not like One Piece, but, like, being forced to hear those reasons and knowing anyone else around me who liked One Piece for a few years is, like, I became more likely to think about media and, that I engaged with and enjoyed because I'd spent so much of or because I had to defend emotionally defend the fact that I liked One Piece, right? Because now I can say like I like it and that's fine, and I don't have to like argue with everyone who's saying something mean about it because I understand my own feelings on it, my own desire, like what I've gotten out of it. Like I actually have decided to start watching it sooner rather than later because I realized that I must have just missed the door where that gate stone was, because I sort of like I was thinking about how the language I'm learning with Japanese, like the first time I hear a lot of words is going to be through the first media I consume, and I realized that like with One Piece I should, because I like it so much, I kind of want it to be more of a part of me in a sense, in the sense of like I just realized like, oh yeah, like basically I should use it, like engage with more One Piece so that I make the language engage with more of the language and incorporate that so that like I could say that yeah, One Piece is even more of a part of me because now I'm using it as part of my like language learning. Right, so it's like it's just a special story that but I only got to that point after having gone through defending it and having those arguments and being angry when I see someone say something like fucking dumb about it, and having to say something about it, and not just where because I think well yeah, and even I think the fact like Zoro fans are also kind of infamous because like, to respond to your, if you want a serious character, Zoro's right there. It's like yeah, true, but notice how like I don't know, I think the way that Zoro is liked by the fan base is a little different, if that makes sense, like or emblematic of what I'm getting trying to get across there with how people see the humor. Like obviously they like the humor, but then they also don't want it to be as important as it is, I think. And I think the fact that Zoro's liked. Zoro also has an infamously rabid fan base who thinks he's stronger than Luffy, or if anything, way stronger than Sanji, when they're basically supposed to be at the same level, and like they jack off Zoro really hard because, but also I think that part of it is because he is this more serious character. They want Luffy to be more edgy and dark like Zoro or whatever. Not that Zoro's even really edgy or dark, but more just like I don't know. Again, just giving this read about what people want out of One Piece. Like, God, I still have these fucking goofy ass fan arts of what Kaido's son looked like before we saw Yamato. And it's like, no. I'm going to try, because yeah, so now I have the red one there, or the red one back where it was. So I can use the blue one to go back anytime. Now I'm gonna save first. I thought I'll try, but I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna do because yeah, that was a waste of time. But I still got some. I bought some stuff, so I want to save that I got the stuff, and then I'll try the green wand, and because yeah, having this hub is gonna be so good. Because now next time, because yeah, I think what I'll probably do is I'll take the green guide stone, and then I'll just carry it with me. So whenever I find a spot that I want to like if I'm, like in the middle of that dungeon and I want to teleport, get to safety, I could just pop it in, teleport, save, heal, come back, right? Where am I going? Save point. Yeah, this was the right way. I just forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, no, this wasn't an edit, or yeah, sorry, the fan art of, or sorry, what I was trying to get at was I like one of them was called Kaidul, where it's like, yeah, he was just like a younger, smaller Kaido, but like edgier, even edgier somehow. And it's like, no, well, we got Yamato, and he's great, and I love him, right? And he's silly, right? Like the fucking God, the one part where he's running after like Momo and Shinobu, and he's like, "It's me, I'm Odin," and they're like fucking terrified because how are you supposed to respond to that? Well, he's so dumb. Okay, okay, so I don't know where I'm going. Okay, but we got this, so, okay, cool. Okay, so I just got another save point, cool. Wait, this looks like the bridge area. So yeah, am I supposed to like open up? Oh, I know where I am at! I'm at the other side of that gate! Oh! Okay, sorry, I'm focused. Ah! Okay, but anyway, as I was saying, so like, god damn it, this guy sucks. Okay, cool, I got him. Okay, we're fine, everything's fine. Sorry, I had to focus for a second. So yeah, it's like, so yeah, I became able to discuss media the way I was because of the way One Piece treated it. Because again, I do think like even if at a certain point, people are able to divorce and talk about media objectively in the sense that like, because like let's imagine for a second like what are some things I find interesting but I don't really want to talk about necessarily, Shaman King is probably an example where I think there's absolutely you can sit down and make Shaman King videos, I think, but I didn't enjoy the series that much, so I didn't want to I had the idea at one point of like, oh, maybe everything I do on the Nen show I could like do a video on, right? But then the fact of the matter is it's just I didn't find everything we read that interesting, or doing a video on it didn't seem that interesting, because especially because I got a little bored of the doing the analysis videos, like, because there used to be a point where I'd watch a thing or read a thing and I'd be able to make a video on it, right? Like I especially think of like when I watched Aikatsu Stars, I did my Aikatsu video. I watched Kira Precure a la mode, I did my a la mode video, I did Jetman. I watched thing, I talked about thing, but I feel like I just can't really do that anymore. And what I feel like I'm not really fast enough with my video making anymore with the scripts or stuff, and I feel like a lot of the ideas that I generally want to do are way more ambitious, to the point that they require me going through a lot of stuff. So it's just like doing, and yeah, there's like, I guess, a diminishing return, I think, even though I like the idea that everything has like someone who likes the thing being able to find that video, right? Like similar to how I have all my One Piece videos and my Naruto videos, Bleach videos. If you like this thing, you can go to my channel, or even for the ones I have one video on, like Jetman, where like if you like or I think especially one that really caught on in that way is my Lupin Ranger versus Fat Ranger video, where there might be other videos on the series, but I don't have any magic, but mine has a lot of views, at least last I checked, definitely in the tens of thousands, right? So it's like the people who like that show can watch that video and be like, yes, here's someone just explaining the point of the show. Like, I had a number of comments where I'm like, oh, this guy really gets it, you know? And that thing, I like that thing existing on YouTube, right? But I don't have the energy nowadays to just, what is hitting me? Oh, there's another one. Fuck you, buddy. But I just don't have the energy and drive to really do those kind of videos anymore. Even though I do, yeah, I feel like the last time I was really able to do that was for my Toku month, because yes, oh yeah, I did, Titania. Sorry, I guess I forget that my viewers like haven't always been around the whole time, or haven't like extensively browsed my catalog. But yeah, no, I did it. How long ago? It was before my Toku month, because I was gonna mention, as I was saying, it's like the last time I was really able to do that, where I could just watch a thing and do a video, is when I had the Toku month, where I got into Tokusatsu and had all these things that I found interesting, and so I just did, like, most of those videos were me watching the thing and then talking about it, right? So I had the Die Ranger, I had Ultraman Geed, I had Shibuya 15, I had and Lupin Ranger, Pat Ranger, and Redman, because of course, Redman was fun. But yeah, no, before that I made, probably in 2018-ish, I made the Jetman video because I watched it and I thought, what the fuck are those guys? And I thought it was fun. God damn! You guys are fast. Okay, but they die in 2 hits. Okay. Yeah, I did read the manga too. Not for a while later though. I thought it was interesting because it was like, I remember reading some of the author comments, because it was drawn by a woman who was a fan of Super Sentai, and she mentioned trying to be very I guess accurate when drawing like the male forms of the characters, and I was just like, that's neat. I respect it. You guys are weird. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm going to, yeah, okay, there we go. But yeah, it's just like a 10 minutes of me just, here's the point of the show. You know, I think it's a good, you know, I still think it's a good video. Because again, like I'm saying, I think that kind of thing should exist to a degree. Like, I think that archival of like, you know, the readings of the show, even if it is amidst the flames, I guess, because of the fire. Whoa. Oh, and these guys even have oh, they're fire on the gravestones. Okay. Ow. No. Oh no. Okay. So I'm gonna use the forestry instead. Yeah, I got. Get him ganked! Get him ganked! Oh. Okay, whew! That was close. Good thing I had items. They drop a lot of gold, too. Oh, it came up for... Gotcha. Okay, because I would say the Jetman video, because after I did the tirade on Fairy Tail, I did some other stuff. I'm pretty sure the only strictly negative videos I have post. Oh god, this is ridiculous. The only strictly negative videos on anime and manga and stuff I have that, because my Die Ranger video is a bit negative for sure. It ends on a negative note because it's kind of talking about what I don't think works about the ending. I'm not sure if I still agree with it, or would I agree with it if I would rewatch the show. I definitely think the ending could have been handled a little better, if nothing else. And that's probably an example of me. I don't know, I'll go back to where we're originally talking about in the first place. Because I feel like with my the Jetman videos during that point, because I think Kira Kira a la Mode was part of the, and getting into Aikatsu was another one, but that one didn't really show up in video form until the Aikatsu Stars, which came out around the same time as the Jetman video. But that period is where I really was like, um, realizing that every piece of media can have value to me, and thus, and art in general, I think has value. And really coming into, because I had the Naruto stuff where I, had disliked Sasuke, for example, and came around on him and was like, oh wait, no, maybe what else am I wrong about, right? And so with character pre-call mode, it's like, oh, baby show, sure, it's got cute girls, I'll watch it, whatever. And then I walk away from it, it's like, that was insanely good. What the fuck? Like rewatching it, it's literally better than I remember. I was less willing to hedge myself on liking it, if that makes sense. I'm gonna use my healing water. Use a heal spell. And so I'd say, yeah, the Jetman video came out around that point. Where I was coming around and stuff. I forget why I watched Jetman, because I was getting into Toku. No, okay, what was my Toku journey, right? Because I did Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. That was the first one I really watched as an adult. Ooh, is that a key? I'll look at that later. Ooh. And then I watched Mega Ranger, and I forget. I don't know why I watched Jetman. I just wanted more Super Sentai because Lupin Ranger vs. Pat Ranger was only 1 episode a week. I caught up to it. It was like 4 episodes in, and I was like, well, shit. I'm fucked. I want to watch more, but I can't. So I watched, just Super Sentai seasons, and that interested me. I didn't quite. I did watch Ultraman and Kamen Rider, of course. I just didn't quite get into them as much. I still, to this day, like, Jeed was really good, but especially for Kamen Rider, just haven't really found the one that clicks with me, even though I've enjoyed a number of the ones that I have watched. But yeah, so something weird that this reminded me of is the video on tricks and cheating on SAO that had some inaccuracies, setting up things that has made me wonder. That thing never really had cooks. There aren't any SAO that aren't like SAO in the wish fulfillment sense. Not quite sure how you, because I mean, with wish fulfillment in general, I tend to, like, I don't know, that's not really how I engage with stories, so I tend not to pay that idea much mind, even though, like, I understand it, like, seeing character be competent and, like, obviously, because it shows up in a lot of series, right, of just that kind of thing where the character, it doesn't necessarily mean they don't have conflicts or whatever, but, like, yeah, I understand if people, like, read it that way and have that issue, for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna try and go back to where I was. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's just a fog? Okay, it doesn't really... Huh. This place is weird. Is it ice because it's, like, cold or something? Is it frozen? Am I gonna start taking damage? Oh, it can't. Oh, no, it can't go down. What are those little bugs? This is hurting my eyes a little bit. Just, okay, yeah, there's ice on the ground. Oh, ooh, that's nasty. I think I'm gonna go explore the previous area a little bit more, because I feel like I don't even know where okay, God, there's so much to explore over here. I'm thinking about now, because there's this ice door, which I'll write a note for myself so I don't forget it. Because yeah, I was even thinking when I saw those red guys, who put Persona 4 in the basement? I don't understand that joke because I haven't played Persona 4. Or I don't know what you're referencing. Hey, buddy. You're gonna come down and get me? Yeah, you're gonna come. No! That guy is... What? That's fucking rude. That's my... I don't know where I started saying that. Okay. Oh god, you guys suck. Yeah, see, there's... Oh god, I didn't remember where it came from. Probably this way. Cause yeah, I think I could stand to go back and, God damn it. Maybe... save, heal, get some more, King Oger, Dawn Brothers of Ranger Jet. Yeah, those are all solid shows. I like, I don't know, that's that thing with Toku is, like, I like Ultraman and Kamen Rider. They're fine. but like Super Sentai just hits different for me, like really different. So it's like it's hard for me. I don't know, because when I think about like I just tend to enjoy Super Sentai so much more because like yeah, I like all those shows. I like Kiramager, I liked Tokyuger, like a lot. Like Jeed is the only one that's kind of comparable with any of the Super Sentai I really like, and the ones I really like. Ow, I'm doing awful. Like these guys, these are basic bitch enemies from the beginning of the game. I should be crushing them. Also, that said, Earth probably isn't the best element to use against them. But yeah, so what I was trying to say earlier was, G-Ranger I need to rewatch. That one didn't really click with me when I first watched it, but like, so anyway, I think people start off with like an emotional reaction, right? And then from that sort of just determines like how they talk about the series and like whether, you know, and maybe they like it, maybe they dislike it. But I think the desire to look to more critical theory, for example, is partly to justify those feelings. And so the problem comes about when people, especially those who lack media literacy, are more interested in justifying their feelings than in having the good, interesting discussions that involve theory, right? Like, I try to be at the point where I can go, you know, like, you know, something that's maybe interesting, you know, like, honestly, a good example is Great Gatsby. I read that recently. It's whatever. It was a book I read. I didn't have many strong feelings on it, but obviously it's like generally considered a highly regarded work of literature, right? Like if I tried to approach it like I feel like a lot of people approach the things they don't care for, don't like so I know some people who they like things less because not because they think they're the worst thing ever, but because they don't like them and they are really popular, I guess, right? So if I had that mindset, then I would be like, Great Gatsby, you know, because I thought it was an okay book, whatever. I didn't have much to say about it. I got enough out of it, I think. My point there, where the fuck did he go? These guys are fucking fast. Right, so but, you know, reading the critical theory not to appreciate or art more, find more ways to think about art, but to just to like justify that how initially, you know, how you feel, right? And so I think that's where a lot of this drawing from, like, yeah, taking things like the Bechdel test, and again, not thinking about what it means in the context of its work, or think about it as more, because it's mostly just like, oh, it's a neat observation, right? Or like, how do these action movies treat female characters, right? Like, and here's a way to think about how they do that, right? Because, you know, who's the best female character in an action movie? You know, I don't imagine there's very many good ones, right? Like, there's, you know, reasons to think about these things, you know, but then it doesn't necessarily does it work outside of that context, and if so, how, right? Like, we have to think about that too, you know, and then like, and especially the fact that it was come up with a comic book, like there isn't, like, I'm pretty sure with the male gaze I'm pretty sure there's a whole ass fucking paper on it, if not a full-on dissertation or book, and if not then it's been discussed way more since, and I'm sure there are now. Nobody's read those books. I have not read those books, even though I talk about the male gaze in, all right, I'm sure I've talked about that, or if I haven't directly talked about it, I talk about it indirectly, because I know I've done videos I talk about like perspective of characters, like I in the fairy tale video in the part 3, I'm sure I talked about it in some capacity. I made an Abyss in my older video where I talk about the sexuality in Made in Abyss, and how like I talk about how it literally, like, in the one scene at the end of layer 1 where it matches Reg's perspective, where he's, you know, he sees Rico naked at first, but then he is after that trying to avert his gaze, so we as the audience also don't see her, even though she's still just as naked, and not completely naked, but, you know, so it's like I don't know, you know, which, and the author even does that in other parts anyway, like, especially remember in the Adafront arc, where he when in Prushka's memory, in Prushka's flashback, Bondrewd is literally drawn like glowing, right? Not because he's literally like luminescent, but because that's how Prushka sees him. He is literally like this holy figure to him, right? You know, and he does things with perspective like that a number of times, you know, so it's like, you know, so when it comes to like discussing the male gaze, it's like, again, I haven't done the reading, so like how does it relate to just the fact that film in general, or even like look at, I'm playing a first person game, I am playing a male, like, right, like, you know, how does it relate to just the fact that you know, we're dealing with perspective like inherently as part of the medium, and it's like, yeah, what are we with male gaze? It's like, we're okay, well, we're deciding to focus on these things, right, and trying to, like, you know, navigate, like, how do we present certain subjects well, and how do we, but also, like, you know, the audiences and cyclical sexism and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of factors to think about, and I haven't done any of the reading, so I can only think about them and not engage fully. But anyway, to go back to what I was trying to get at with, yeah, people bastardize these things because they're less trying to just have interesting discussions about art and more that they want to justify their opinions, and in not recognizing that, they end up just, you know, making really, you know, bad points, and like, that's, you know, when like a lot of people's criticisms end up just boiling down to just personal taste, right? Like, oh, it has bad pacing. Does it have bad pacing, or does it just like what is, like, again, that's it's pace. Like, maybe you could think, oh, this type of story should have faster pacing, like with the One Piece anime, or maybe this type of story should have slower pacing, like with the Promised Neverland this is season 2 anime, right? Where it's like, yeah, but is pacing the issue there? Is this the best way to frame what you're talking about? And like, is there, you know, is this, there's nothing over here? I just fucking, at least I bought a bunch of herbs, but shit. That sucks. Yeah, exactly. A rat race to justify that gut reaction, right? So, and I definitely want to try, like, yeah, and I do want to try and be more open to just perspectives in general, not even just like about art, but just like, you know, ways of thinking, and you know, I just mostly engage with art because I like art a lot. God damn it. And Bozo got stuck on a wall. Get fucked. Oh, I know what happened. You know what? My sword's getting, yeah. My sword's getting weaker because I'm using it more. So I think, yeah, it's because I just realized I was killing those guys in 2 hits, and now now it's taking me 3, and I'm like, I think my weapon's getting weaker because of the durability. So I'm glad I noticed that, that mechanic, because otherwise I'd been very confused. I like, oh, they got arbitrarily stronger, and it's like, no, I think I just got weaker. I'm just trying to find, oh, and he fell down, idiot. Cool, I wasn't even thinking about how I could get over here. I just happened to do it. Ooh. Oh, because I had a key. Okay. Oh, that must be the key I picked up from that tombstone. I didn't even look at it, but I did look. I was like, it's either a key. Oh, cool. A different guidestone location. Did I take the green guidestone? No, I didn't. I'd have to come back here. Oh, I never used my wind crystal. Oops. Sorry, chat's been active, and I've just been yapping. So let me get my gear in order, and then I'll look at chat. A wind cutter. Ooh, that's a classic spell. Let me use another herb, and then I'll wanna yeah, because I think I don't have my green guide still. Yeah, I have my green wand still, so I can go back to where I started, which was in the that other place. Because I wonder if this is better. I mean, I'll save for sure. Okay. Okay, I've been streaming for over an hour. I'm gonna take a breather and read chat, I think. Stretch. Oh God, my arms. Okay. Kamen Rider build I liked, but and it's probably I think honestly my favorite Kamen Rider thing right now is Shin Kamen Rider, but with build and double trailing behind it. But even then, it's like, yeah, it's like Shin Kamen Rider. It's still like my least favorite of the Shin trilogies, even if I thought I liked it. I don't know. Then let's see. FMA Brotherhood disappointing you? Yeah, expectations matter for sure. I think preconceptions. That's why I try not to have any when I come into something. And yeah, having a story like come out of nowhere and you love it, that's great. Telling my normal friends I love Main Abyss and they all react normally. Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I haven't read Lolita yet, but that's really unfortunate with how that turned out. Or another author I just thought of not liking it with the way their series is promoted, I think, is the author. Was it Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, where he actually hates the title of Peanuts because it feels like meaningless, that the series is nothing, that it's pointless. It's like eating peanuts. It's just like a trend. Like when he thinks just he gets a lot of meaning out of like the characters and this the depictions, and I don't know. So yeah, just authors not in full control of their work, I guess. Just think about that, it being sad. Oh yeah, the difference in Violence of Brave, because I have had some different thoughts on Fairy Tail, but like again, it's so personal, I think, with that kind of thing. So it's hard to, I don't know. Again, I need to read more. That's an interesting observation. Is like, yeah, is anyone's reason for something being their favorite story pacing. Like, it might be a factor. Like, I think Shaves talks about. Oh, well, then again, I don't know. I guess he's gonna do his Fishman Island. What's it called? Comparison, because he did the streams, so I imagine that he's going to do a full-on Fishman Island comparison video, maybe. So because I do know that one thing he does like about One Piece, he likes the fact that it's slower, like his logic being that he wants it's a long story, and he likes that. I mean, he also likes it because they expand on things, even if it's just stuff like the walk to Arlong Park, and it just having more time to breathe, because I'm fine with the manga being very dense and it being something I could reread a chapter and get new things out of, right? But he likes the length of it, and it's like, so, but I wouldn't say that's his favorite thing, because obviously his favorite part about it is the Straw Hats, right? What is I'm just trying to think of regards to like what are some things people care about the pacing for. I remember Mad Max being the Fury Road being mentioned for its like editing, where it's like apparently like certain like at exactly 15:00 like is like the end of the inciting incident basically, or the end of the opening to the film basically. Like it's just edited really well, but I don't know if that that's pacing necessarily. But anyway. Most special thing about Chrono Trigger, for example, is pacing. I could see that, I guess, because it's like just I'm just thinking about it. It's like, yeah, the way the combat works, where you go the monster, the fact that you can and the monsters on the overworld, and they're just placed pretty well, and then just the story where it's like, yeah, you go in, you do the time shit, you go out, have a breather, go back in, do more time shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, Komaru Junko doesn't redeem villains. Yeah, that's especially think about it with Precure, just because like I feel like Precure most seasons redeem the villains in some capacity. But the first one, to the point that I remember discussing it back on the old craft server, and I was talking about how I think that I was like, if I had to decide a core theme to Precure, maybe forgiveness would be one of it, because like having the villains being forgiven is so common, but then like it's definitely not what I'd consider like a big overarching franchise theme for it now, but it is still a common theme, and it was definitely there in the shows that I was watching at the time. I had that thought, because I think maybe it was Moreau who even mentioned it's like well, Fresh Fruit here and explained the thing with the fucking evil computer robot, and yeah, the villains who don't get the villains there who don't get redeemed are very much like an evil computer, a lizard, and another animal, I think, who are turned into bad guys, where the other ones did get redeemed, I think. Anyway. Oh yeah, I never thought to look up the right. Interesting to hear about the writers, and oh, I'm not sure if I'd call Smile. I never thought of identity as the core theme of Smile Precure, honestly. It's been a little while since I watched, because mostly when I remember what I got as Smile Precure, I think about I'm going to go back to playing the game a little bit. I'm mostly caught up to chat. when I think about Smile Precure, I honestly kind of think about the sort of a similar thing I get out of One Piece in it of like this like interplaying like where like again, what's the title? Smile Precure, right? And so it's about like overcoming the sadness to smile, I guess. Is how I think about it, right? So with One Piece, this shows up with the, because it has like the most tragic, sad flashbacks you've ever fucking seen, and the stupidest, most hilarious shit you've ever seen, right? In the same story. And honestly, I think of Smile Precure in a similar way, where less in the way in how sad the things that happen are, because really most of what happens is standard Precure fare. But the jokes are pretty funny, especially like I mean I say which I don't always said really funny, but like I know Precure has been so fucking good that it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, Small Precure is the funniest Precure show, and it's like, well, Idle Precure is also really fucking funny. So and it's barely even started really. But because like the specific scenes I remember with Smile Precure is like with now the episode where the one witch antagonist is like, she literally goes after her fucking younger siblings, and the fucking scream that voice actress lets out when it's like, oh yeah, this character is about to lose her fucking beloved little siblings because of the monster, the bad guy, right? And it's a fucking blood curdling scream. Like I'm like, this is a children's show. That hurt me. You can't do that. Or the way that sometimes like a bad thing will happen, instead of usually they'll go like, "Combate," like, it's okay, we did our best. We'll do better next time. Like the again with fucking Now is she's doing the sprint, the marathon, and she's like, yeah, she's the sporty one. So this is literally her thing, so literally everyone is placing their hopes on her, and she fucking trips in the last stretch and drops the baton, and she just fucking, like a normal ass girl, breaks down crying, and it's just fucking brutal, and it's sad. Or the fucking end of the show where the main antagonist has literally turned the entire Earth into a lava hellscape. And they have a normal reaction where they all break down crying because like, this is fucked up, man. So it's just, so that's what I think. I don't know. So I'm not saying you're wrong about the identity theme, of course, because I just haven't thought about it. It's been a little while since I saw it. But when I think about Smile Precure, that's what I think of, about the way it goes so hard into the sadness, I guess, in its presentation, and how that juxtaposes with the comedy in a way that I think is similar to how One Piece handles it. With its super tragic flashbacks, the saddest shit you've ever seen, and its super funny jokes, the funniest shit you've ever seen, right? So, I'm also just terminally One Piece brained, so, okay, I just came back here because I feel like I explored most of that place, honestly. No, except because I'll go back to double check, but, I also wanted to decide if that was a better shortcut than this one. Because yeah, this is to the ice store, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, hold on, let me and I guess like bringing up Monogatari with pacing. What the fuck? Oh, that's lava. Okay, don't go that way. I guess because Monogatari also makes me think of like the different ways you can think of, because I feel like a lot of people think of pacing in regards to like, how much happens in an episode, right? Like with One Piece is slow paced because like, I mean really, it tends to adapt more than multiple chapters, but the pace, the literal place of like events happening is slow, or people just assuming One Piece is slow paced because it's so long, when the reality is that it's actually it's blisteringly fast. I mean, it's incredibly dense. Right? Like, so much happens in a chapter, I think, when you get down to it, really. Or can happen in a chapter, for sure. But then with Monogatari, it's like, forget about, like, events happening, like, just the way it's edited, right? Like, it's very frantic and fast, regardless of, like, even if the episode is just two characters having a conversation, like, if you think about that event-wise, it's like, well, not a lot happened, but it's still very fast in a way, so it's, like, I don't know. And obviously, it's like, like, my favorite anime is Hidamari Sketch, it's a slice of life show, but so like, you know, we can't really pace it by events because nothing ever happens in the show. And you know, editing, it's like, yeah, it's got similar, you know, it's got, you know, a bunch of cuts, but it's not frantic necessarily all the time. So I don't know. But yeah, these kind of this is an NPC, old guy. You haven't seen me in consuming media. I'm a monster. um, is this the Swordmaster character? Infamous Thief Zastari left the map of the city here. Okay, Zastari's map. Okay. Well, another guy just phoning around trying to find a place, but ooh, be careful. Okay, don't fuck with that. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. What was it talking about? Let's go back to chat. Oh, pacing with monogatari. Okay. Okay, anonymous code is much faster, and that. Okay, yeah. See, yeah. Okay. Where it's like, yeah, because it's just such a personal thing. I think that it's hard. Like, you could like, because I remember I fell victim that in the Nensha because I was like, I reread Skypia. And really, what bothered me about it was just that because I'd already reread it for the Skype video, I just wasn't getting that much out of it. And I think I called it slow pace at some point, but it's like, and I even admitted in the next one because people called me out on it because it's like, yeah, I just kind of did what people who are, you know, not necessarily having the best faith discussions do with One Piece or Skype arc specifically to say it's not that good or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that was not right. So this is considered the Earthfolk area. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I can go down the ice place. I can go back and explore because there was that other guidestone spot. So I don't know if I want to move this there. This green guidestone here. Well, I guess because yeah, the main reason I have to come back here because if I have not found a teleport the passage circle yet on the ground. What I thought I was trying to find was that big gate because I thought I saw the orange guys. I was like, oh, am I on the other side of the gate? For where I found that, and I haven't found it yet. So, which yeah, I came this way already. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. See, well, funny that you mentioned slice of character stuff because apparently, Robotics Notes Dash had a lot of that, and it's generally considered one of the weaker entries in the franchise, unfortunately, to my recollection of the discourse around it. So, rip, I guess. Okay, I just came this way. I don't know what I'm doing. Tasty lava. Yeah, I don't know what the right way to go is, but what the fuck was that? Oh, okay. Well, I've been up there. I remember. That's probably what I heard an enemy from up there, just detecting me and attacking. Oh yeah. So yeah, is the old guy gonna? I see because I was thinking about it with Evergrace. That's the one because I was asked if I was gonna play Evergrace because I know it's a third person action-ish RPG from FromSoft. So people are like, oh, are you gonna play that? And I was thinking about like how even Eternal Ring, which maybe atmosphere wise is probably the most different from the even the rest of the Kingsfield games, Shadow Tower, and most of the Souls games, if not all of them. I was just thinking about how it's like very much like one of that would I think the thing that defines the setting of these games is this sort of like fall from grace, right? Where it's like this isn't like a dungeon in the sense of like it's a cave where some fucking asshole put a bunch of treasure. It's a lost civilization that was once great and it's now turned into something, it's dilapidated, it's broken, it's everything's corrupted, right? Like I remember, I think I remember hearing what was it, Miyazaki or one of the other developers, like they'd gotten a design sheet for a monster, and it was like it was grotesque, but it was rejected because it sort of lacked a nobility to it, because or a former nobility, right? Like the idea with the bosses isn't just that they're like they're not just assholes. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this guy, so I'm just gonna ignore it. You know, they're not just like they're not just monsters, but there's this idea that they are they you know something once great that it, like the gaping dragon is an interesting example because it's like yeah it is this grotesque dragon monster, but you can imagine that it might have once been some great creature, right? This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna use a forestry. You know, right? And that's sort of what they want to go for, and you know that's what with this place. It's like, yeah, was once a great city. Now that's now teeming with horrific monsters. You know, and I feel like that's been pretty consistent with. Shadow Tower is probably a little different in that. Well, I guess like I don't know because it still has the you know once great kingdom fall into ruin aspect too. But you're not exploring the kingdom. You're exploring the tower that you know that's more of like a fucking hellscape. But you know, so yeah, I don't know. So I was just thinking like, does Evergrace have that? But I forget what brought me to that. Oh no, that's right. The old guy probably dying and or turn you know, so many and so like I remember seeing a post about Elden Ring where it's like not doing the Elden Ring side stories said that they stay alive, and it's like because they all die is the thing, and it's like yeah because that's you know I remember Eternal Ring everyone fucking dies except for the final boss. Yeah, so if there was a teleport ring, because I haven't found a teleport ring yet. Because if I could find one of those, oh, I didn't know. Okay, I just saw this wall looks different. Ooh, bracelet. So much stuff to repair. I don't know what that's for. To upgrade weapons or make a new weapon, maybe. Let me check my Ring of Earth. Okay, cool. Well, it's a ring. Dash was marketed more like being a serious sequel, but it was mostly a fan disc. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Unfortunate. I do know that apparently it's like the roots come together in a climax, I guess. Well, especially because I think the thing with Robotics Notes is when I think about it from my limited exposure is it's the one that kind of crosses over the other SciADV entries, right? Like, you know, has like, you know, they kind of rubbed it out in the anime a bit because they wanted the anime to be a bit more standalone, but so maybe it comes across as more of a Deus Ex Machina, but it's like, it still ends with like, how does Kai engage with his elephant mouse syndrome? It's like, oh, he uses Noah 4. Like they've upgraded the device from Chaos Head. And this is bad. How does you know, and then they get a program just to affect the enemy mech from it has the same naming scheme that Daru uses, right? And I think I believe the visual novel is even more direct about, to my understanding, about the connections, basically. Yeah, I don't think there's anything over here except for, oh, did he die from the poison? That's so good. Holy shit. Nice. I'm gonna kill one of these because the enemies don't seem to be respawning, which is good. So I'm gonna try some magic. Yeah, wind cutter, bitch. Wind cutter, bitch. Oh, cool. And it barely costs any mana. Yeah. Holy shit. So yeah, I guess like for me at least, like there's definitely a part of me that's like, you know, I liked all what I engaged with, like obviously my favorite was Chaos Child because it's like it's just really good regardless of how like in regards to that overarching narrative, it certainly didn't advance on any of that, but my crossover brain does want to see that, so I can see people being disappointed if they were expecting Dash, especially if I don't imagine it was marketed like that, but it's like That's just the sensation I got from my brief encounter with it, where it's like, oh, it is kind of like the fact that there's the one character in Robotics Notes who's like, yeah, I'm related to one of the committee of 300 members and I'm trying to bring the whole thing down. It's like, oh, a character who's actually he's like Nico Robin. He's actually interested in the overarching story, or everyone else is just stuck on their own individual adventures, right? So you know, Robotics Head stands out to me in that way, where like Steins Gate has references to Chaos Head for sure, because I think Kurisu was at least familiar with the scientists who, I remember thinking that, oh, she was on the team that worked on the thing, the tech and science Chaos Head, but no, she just brings it up, you know, I mean, she was in America, but she at least, you know, she brings it up, but I don't, you know, it's, pretty small connection compared to the Robotics Notes one, where they literally have like, the Noah device and a character from Steins Gate helping indirectly, right? So a little more important. But yeah, now think about it. Like, honestly, as I explain it, it's like, I was probably overvaluing that a little bit. Let's dance, motherfucker. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. They never call it Noah 4 in the VN. Oh, okay, got. I just assumed. Okay, I didn't know that they never. I know that in the anime, because it felt like, yeah, okay. I guess it was. Yeah, see, it was more subtle than I remember. I just maybe heard it was a bit more direct, or maybe I only recognized it because I played the VNs. Where, well, no, I guess maybe if you watch the anime, you might recognize it too. Yeah, because Noah was in the Chaos Head anime. I haven't watched that in a while. I did want to rewatch it one day just because it's fucking cursed, and I want to make a better judgment on it, but yeah. The Chaos Head anime, man. It's, oh wait, I didn't go this way before, did I? No, this is where I came from. Fuck. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing over there except the Guidestone shortcut that doesn't seem to go anywhere, so I'm gonna ignore it, I think, and keep the shortcut here, because there seems to be more going on. I still need to find a teleportation circle so I can leave, or a way forward. Oh, I guess there's still the ice area, so, okay, so I do have at least one way forward. Okie doke. Oh yeah, and Ombre, yeah, just not the show of names. Okay, I guess yeah. Gotcha. Okay, that was definitely okay. At least yeah, an idea that is connected to the head writer's work. Okay, that makes sense. I'll keep it in mind when I rewatch Smile Precure, because it's definitely not feasible, and I don't think I'm really actually going to do it. But I have had the thought of just like rewatching everything I've watched on my anime list, but in Japanese. So yeah, I'm probably never actually going to do that, but I might at least watch some of it. And Precure in particular, it's like, well, it's Precure. I like Precure a lot. Like, I do want to watch more things, new things rather, but especially Smile Precure is one of my favorite seasons. So, okay, where the fuck was that ice store? Like, how did am I just stupid? I mean, yes, but, yeah, Southgate. I thought it was. I'm so lost. Oh, here. No. Oh, hello. Okay, this. I might not have found it. Maybe I found this before and just forgot. Oh, some more subtle details. That's true, yeah. Well, okay. With Chaos Child, they do very specific, like, oh, you mean the cult from Chaos Head? Yeah, that's true. But they also, literally have the main protagonist appear in text only, and, ooh. Thanks, buddy. Dude, that dude was literally holding on for me. It looks like a ring of water? Ring of sight. Oh, I'll take. My eyesight's pretty bad. I could use one of these in real life. I wonder if it. I mean, there was honestly, the Ring of Earth is probably more valuable, especially if I'm running into Earth enemies. But anywho, I don't know. I think of just like maybe. Anonymous Code apparently recontextualizes some things with the whole franchise, but it's like, I'm definitely really curious about, like, are they gonna bring down the Committee of 300, or are they just gonna thwart all their schemes one by one? Which is fine, but it just feels like it's building to something, and I'm very curious as to what that is. Because I guess like I don't know, we still have a lot. I don't know how much. It's hard to imagine again because I haven't even like if I had played all the entries, then maybe I could have a better you know answer. What you respond really fast? I'm just gonna run by you. Oh shit! And I didn't take any damage. But it's hard for me to even speculate. Like I don't even know why I'm bothering when I haven't fucking engaged with most of the franchise, and I literally nothing since I played Chaos Child was the last time I touched anything science adventure. Sad. Which I guess that's another video that of mine that's like the kind of like, oh, I played a thing and made a video on it. Okay, where the fuck did I find that ice door? I'm so lost. I'll have to like rewatch my own stream and like retroactively kind of just trace my steps to where I found the ice room. Ah! See, I knew you were in here. Oh, can I turn these off maybe? I love the range on this sword, dude. Holy shit. Oh, shit! My brain is so big. Cool. And then I can probably traverse the lava area. I wonder if maybe these weren't always on, but they turned on and the ice door's on the side of this. Oh, we're not even certain if the committee is real or not? Oh, shit. Unfortunate. I mean, hey, as long as it reaches some kind of, like... I mean, obviously the games are narratively... I'm sure it's one of those things, because I think about this with One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, right? Where if, like, they were to end somehow, I honestly just, like, I've gotten enough out of them that, like, they'd still be stories I really like a lot. Like I don't need them to finish emotionally, I guess. Even though, I really want them to be finished, but like especially in the case of Hunter x Hunter, it's just like it's so less feasible, if that makes right. Like, and even One Piece is like, you know, Oda works hard and he's getting old, and his doctor's like, oh, if you don't walk more, you're going to die, right? Like that's not a thing you want to hear. In any profession. But especially when you have a story in mind. How does this drainage work? Like that lava is just completely gone. Like that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so yeah, I think this like turned on after I crossed it. Oh crap. Excuse you? No, no, never mind. I haven't been this way for sure. Thank God. Yes. Okay. I can leave and come back whenever I'd like. Sweet. Society theories get nutty. Okay. But yeah. So like that's yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to get at is like yeah, with One Piece and Hunter, it's like you know, and so with Society TV, it's even easier, I think, because they are ultimately like there is an overarching narrative, but the individual entries are still self-contained, complete stories. You know, that you can absolutely enjoy on their own merits. Oh, whoops. Oh, the Dark Folk. I guess that's what he calls the monsters. Oh, this guy's not coming back. So he finishes greatest weapon, he's fucking gonna run away. Okay. I mean, I'll take that to the last... I don't know. I don't know why it said Craftsman's Workshop. In my brain, I'm just like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a dwarf because, of course, a dwarf crafter, right? But it's like, no, it's Craftsman's Workshop. I thought about the dwarf in Shadow Tower character, that fucker who tricked you and locked you in the swamp. Very patches coated. Yeah, exactly, Society B guy. But it'd be cool. It'd be hype though. Well, especially because like I think it's similar in the like because I mentioned with crossovers, I tend to really like them, or at least I like the idea of them rather. Like and I feel like even though they technically aren't crossovers, there's still like an excitement to like say with One Piece The Reverie, where ooh, is that a ladder at least? Okay, that's not gonna stop, is it? No. Okay. craftsman chest. Well, shit. Okay, I guess it's just a... Because I expect to find the crafts... Oh, fuck. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is the one-way door, isn't it? Yeah, this is a one-way door. Shit. Maybe? Do I risk it? Fuck it. No, this is... Okay. Thank God. It's just going back to where it was. Okay. Okay, it did close, though. Okay. Alright, well, that wasn't... I mean, I found some stuff. Sure. Okay. But, and I mostly found out that, yeah, I triggered the crafts. I mean, maybe I found out... Oh, thank God, this is what I was looking for. So now I have a shortcut back to... Well, I have, yeah, the red one, and I have 2 ways to get back here. So, cool. This is what I was looking for the entire time, really. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom like a little, but not that bad. So I'm just gonna write it out. But anyway, she's mentioning doing an MC. Yeah, no, it sounds really ambitious, and especially not only like crossing over all the stories, but like doing it narratively. It's like, how do you make a story where a time traveler, a remote control mecha pilot, a psychic god, and whatever, a hacker, can all like meaningfully contribute to the narrative and not individually like solve it magically, but also like that doesn't make any sense. How do you do that? Okay, now I can go back. So yeah, I feel like I don't know where to go. I'm gonna, you know what? I think I know what I'm gonna try to do. I'm going to spend. I'm going to, because I have the green one, I have the blue one, and I have the red one. I can literally go back to wherever I want. So I'm gonna try going through the magic draining spot and see how that, because it's like, I feel like it's that and the ice cave, and anything else that is something I might have missed, which again, I try to skim through the guides. Oh cool, another craft. There's 2 craftsman chests. Like usually I try to skim through the guides just where I was and see if I missed anything obvious, but so anyway, that's true. Yeah, no, yeah, I guess even if the committee is not defeated, I get, you know, maybe like, you know, get a really big victory on them, or make it more dangerous. That's fair. Yeah. Because yeah, so now it's like, yeah, how do you? It just sounds impossible. But anyway, I guess like what the idea I think about, or the part about it I think is really cool, I guess emotionally, in the brain neurons way, is just like. Because the idea of crossovers is really cool, but I feel like they're very rarely done well. In fact, one of my favorite ones is, I mean, see, I guess, because, yeah, I'll talk about, yeah, like you mentioned NCU, and obviously this also kind of accounts, is similar for Side TV Guy. I think the best crossover I've seen, at least, is probably Isekai Quartet, where I think that it just it has a lot of respect for all the characters involved, and it's able to use them in ways that, like, because I feel like one issue with crossovers is like they reduce characters to their simpler parts, like, or flanderize them, as TV tropes called, which I think is probably for Darkness in particular. I feel like a lot of the jokes with her were, you know, expected, but the stuff I did really like tended to involve the characters being used, like, playing off the dynamics in really interesting ways. Like, just the trifecta I think about is, so with Aqua, she's a goddess and a piece of shit, but also a goddess. Tanya hates being X, who calls itself a god, and Tanya literally will go, "I don't believe you're a god," and just ignore whatever it has to say. And is literally in this war against it. So she hears Aqua talking about being a goddess, and she's like, nah, you suck, actually. I hate you. I fuck gods, dude. But then Aqua hates the cast of Overlord because she's a goddess, and they're all like undead and demons and stuff. So she's like, nah, you guys suck. You guys are all monsters. And I think they even make a joke about like how the power balance of the world doesn't make any sense, because Aqua, like, obviously the Overlord characters are incredibly strong, especially relative to like the ReZero or Konosuba and Tonga. Like yeah, all the other characters' story, I like know where the Overlord characters are ridiculous, um, right? So oh, did I save? I didn't save. Whoops. And so, but Aqua's still able to do a lot of damage to him with her godly powers. Even though like, because Overlord has like the magic ranking system, and Ainz can literally use spells that are like literally god tier, and yet Aqua can, with her just casual like blessing spell, can just do a lot of damage to them, and they're like the balance of this world doesn't make much sense, you know. So but character wise, I literally like my favorite part was just thinking about because like Amelia is made class representative, and there's just an episode that opens. It's not even like a joke. It just has her, I think maybe talking with Puck about like what they're gonna do today at school, and just being really fucking excited. And I'm like, getting fucking emotional even right now thinking about how like the environment of Isekai Quartet is a school setting where everybody's weird and nobody except for the characters who are already close to Amelia knows about Satala and like the idea of like a half elf with silver hair and purple eyes, right? So Emilia's now in a fucking environment where no one cares about like her identity and her blood basically. And she's also put into a literal position of authority, which is like her whole thing as the Dragon Priestess candidate. And it's just like, it's just like it doesn't like lead to a big arc for her. It's like no, but it's just like it has this awareness and respect for her character, and it works with all the rest of the cast too. Like I'm looking at the other characters, and like, well, Tong is a soldier; she's used to taking orders. Ainz, is he's cautious and careful, and I can probably recognize that the other characters aren't really a threat, right? So like it makes sense for Amelia to be in charge. It's a school setting. It's just so good. It's such a good environment for her that feels like good, and it's just like it's just such a cool thing. And it's part of why I consider Isekai Quartet to be like my favorite crossover thing, because it just is able. God, and it was absolutely worth it to go through it after having gone through all the series, because like there's a joke from season 2 where Naofumi uses his like fucking curse shield and for a dodgeball game, and Rough Teller has like a straight man moment where he's like, is this really the environment, the time for that? And like knowing how important it is in the series and how big it is as this like negative character trait, and like as the curse shield, and for him to use it for something so trivial, like it made that funny in a way that I would not have been if I hadn't watched. Oh, I went the wrong way again. I keep doing that. If I had not watched the Shield Hero beforehand. But anyway, so that's an actual crossover. What I think still gives crossover vibes is stories where you have these big segmented parts, and they have these times they come together. Like, so the MCU is probably the example that I think has actually done the most. Like, it has all these different characters that have all their different stories and arcs, and then they also have these multiple times when they've come together and crossed over, and you have these dynamics, you have these thematic ideas interacting with each other, and they're just I like the MCU a lot. It's really cool. But aside from that, I think One Piece with the Reverie is probably the closest. Oh, this is a one-way draw. That's a hole to death. I should have looked before I left. Okay. All right. I don't think there's a way to go that way. So actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna load the game because it's 5 minutes till 2 hours. And I don't even know where the ice store is. So I gotta go find that. Okay. Well, so I really have only one way to go. That's the ice store. I am gonna do my push-ups though, and then I'm gonna call it after I finish my point that I'm trying to make. Okay, give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But anyway, so yeah, like One Piece has the Reverie where you have these characters who never interacted before suddenly in the same spot, interacting and playing off of each other. It's really cool, And obviously, we're only gonna get more of that as the story continues. But anyway, yeah, just obviously, like I like that. It's cool. The science adventure franchise has the capacity to do that, but they haven't yet. They've held off for almost 20 years now. Yeah, Chaos Head will be. I think it came out in 2008, maybe 2007. Yeah. So I respect that restraint and ambition, but God knows how that's actually gonna pan out. So yeah, anyway, I think that about covers it. So yeah, thanks all everybody for hanging out. Trying to think if I have anything to mention. So yeah, like I said before, um, I don't know what I'm gonna stream at this time next week, but I will be streaming alone because MathWiz is just not in the position to stream right now comfortably because so I will either be streaming Master Detective Archives Raincoat on my own and finish it up, um, and then I'll do Ace Attorney. So if it's Ace Attorney, that means me and Mathos are coming back to Raincode. If it's Raincode, that means she'll be doing it on our own time somehow, or never. Who knows? Or I don't know. Maybe she'll watch my streams. I don't know. Um, so yeah, look forward to that. And of course, before then, Thursday I will be streaming Kingsfield 4 again. So um, after I rewatch the stream and find out where the fucking ice cave is because I can't find it. Where to go? All right. So yeah, thanks everybody. Y'all have a good one. Catch you later.